My name is Luke Muller. This is The Merch Stand. Every episode, some of my favourite people show me some of their favourite merch. We have Sydney Darlings, one of my favourite bands in the bloody world, I would say, and they're squeezing us in between tours. The Buoys. Hello.
Hey. Hi. Hello.
Before we even get into it, I'm already seeing t-shirts, hats, t-shirts. We're clearly spoilt for choice here. How did you even narrow it down?
It was really hard. It was really hard, but it was like a trip down memory lane as you're going through all the items. It just makes me feel so incredible to be doing this now as a job. Mm-hmm. How did that get from this little ticket stub to here?
Oh, that's so cool. I can't wait to get into it. These are the bonus pieces, and let's show us some more merch. All right, Zoe, let's kick us off. What merch are we dealing with here?
This is my favourite merch item, I think, of all time. I've worn it to death. It's complete with sweat stains. It's my Body Type Diamante singlet.
What's your connection with Body Type? Do you know them personally? Do you just love the band? How you feel about them?
I do now. It's kind of wild to think that I started out as a massive fan and now they're friends of mine. But when I first started the Buoys, it was really scary to get up on stage. If I go to like the couple of months before ever really considering starting the Buoys, it was seeing bands like Body Type and Racket, other women on stage that made me go like, okay, I can do this. And yeah, Body Type were a huge push for me.
So more than just a Diamante tank top, almost a sheet of armour to wear up on stage.
Massively. The inspiration, their mentors, their friends, we call them all the time to ask for advice on everything. They are really, really, really just so amazing.
Well, I'm almost a bit scared to ask. Did you pay for this or was it gifted?
I did.
Nice.
Yeah. The way that I show my love for a band is buying their merch. I know that it's usually kind of the one thing that will tend to go straight to the artist. So, go to shows, buy the merch. It brings me joy to be able to do that for a band. So
Luke Muller and the Merch Stand officially endorse that. It is the best way to support artists. Please get around it. Thank you for showing me this.
It feels so sweet to share.
This is actually the first time I've taken it off the wall, but it feels a little bit self-indulgent for me to bring it here because it's a poster of Violent Soho, the gig that they did at the Lansdowne on Valentine's Day, no less. But we supported them, and it was just such a massive milestone for me because Violent Soho are kind of like Australian musical heroes.
Totally.
And sort of kings of rock in Australia. It was a really DIY show. Like you had to rock up to Red Eye Records in person to get a ticket. So we just felt like we were playing to 300 like Violent Soho mega fans. The girls can attest to this. When they were playing, that was so steamy and sweaty inside the Lansdowne. The fire brigade got called because the smoke alarm started to go off. A lot of hugging, a lot of moshing. Yeah,
and everyone in it was wet.
Yeah.
Like everyone in the room just sopping wet.
It was dripping from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Literally, you could see drops of sweat on the ceiling.
How does it feel in those moments? I'm sure you've had a bunch of them from, playing with bands and playing big festivals and stuff, to a little bit, I guess, move from like fan to colleague, these people that you've watched and idolised for so long, to then be like, oh, they're my peers.
The longer that we've performed, the more I realise that these people I've had up on pedestals are also just massive music fans and they're really excited to talk about music all the time. I remember being on stage, just looking into the crowd being like, got to imprint this into my brain. This is absolutely an out-of-body experience. Yeah, I don't think the fandom ever really goes away when you become a peer. Like that's already sending me, I'm like, a peer? It's kind of nuts.
This is a Grinspoon CD that I got from their show at the Enmore Theatre for the New Detention Tour, and it was the first gig that I ever went to, which just changed my life. I think it was a couple of years into our time as a band that we heard from someone at our show that Phil Jamieson, the singer of Grinspoon, was actually at that show. So since then we've actually had a friendship with him, and he got on stage during our Luster tour.
With him,
yeah. He's such a big supporter of live music. Like he just went to a small gig that we were playing in Newcastle, and I think he does that a lot. Always going to gigs. When we were playing a show in Byron, Pat Davin, who's the lead guitarist from Grinspoon, DM'd me to say, hey, my 10-year-old daughter is a huge fan. Can I bring her to your sound check? And it was just so mind-blowing to me because he's friends with like
Powderfinger.
Powderfinger. She doesn't care because they're not women. Like that's not inspiring to her.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
how cool that you've had this connection and this love for this guy, and then you get to give that to her as well. That's such a sweet moment.
She was so shy that she couldn't even talk to us. So
It
funny.
was hilarious
to me.
because Pat was like, she's not usually like this. Like, she's usually around, A-listers, but she could barely look at us. It was so sweet. It made us feel like, whoa.
The Grinspoon CD from the first gig, the Violent Soho Valentine's Day show that you featured on, and the, I'm sorry to say, but quite sweaty and well-loved Body Type Diamante singlet. Amazing personal connections of all these things, and I feel like each of them tell the stories of sort of what led you to the Buoys, so this has just been perfect. Thank you so much for showing me these pieces.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's been so fun.
Yeah. And it's like so indulgent to be able to be talking about this stuff. I can't believe someone's actually asking me these questions.